Let us continue reading this book by Uriah Smith, Daniel and Revelation. We are now reading Revelation chapter 4, verses 2 to 5. This is the second part of our reading. Before I share with you today's reading, I would like to invite you for a word of prayer. My Father in heaven, I thank you and I praise you for the gift of life. I pray that your people will be guided to all truth. I pray in the name of your Son, through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Uriah Smith comments, the 24 elders. The question once proposed to John concerning a certain company has frequently arisen concerning these 24 elders. Who are these? And whence they came it will be observed that they are clothed in white raiment and have on their heads crowns of gold, which are tokens both of conflict completed and a victory gained. From this, we conclude that they were once participants in the Christian warfare, once trod in common with all saints this earthly pilgrimage, but have overcome, and for some good reason, purpose in advance of the great multitude of the redeemed are wearing their victor crowns in the heavenly world. Indeed, they plainly tells us as much as this in the song of praise, which they in connection with the four living beings ascribed to the Lamb, and in the 9th verse of the following chapter. And they sang a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. This song is sang before any of the events in the prophecy of the 7 seals transpire. For it is sung to set forth the worthiness of the Lamb to take the book and to open the seals on the ground of what he had already accomplished, which was their redemption. It is not therefore thrown here by anticipation, having its application in the future. But it expresses an absolute and finished fact in the history of those who sang it. These then were a class of redeemed persons, redeemed from the earth, redeemed as all others must be redeemed by the precious blood of Christ. Do we in any other place read of such a class redeemed ones? We think of Paul, refers to the same company when he writes to the Ephesians thus, Wherefore he saith, when he, Christ, ascended upon high, he led captivity captive and gave gifts unto man. The marginal reading is he led a multitude of captives, Ephesians 4:8. Going back to the events that occurred in connection with the crucifixion and resurrection of Christ, we read, and the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose and came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city and appeared unto many. Matthew 27:52 and 53. Thus, the answer to our question comes back, gathered unmistakably from the sacred page. These are some of those who came out of their graves at the resurrection of Christ, and who were numbered with the illustrious multitude which he had led up from the captivity of death's domain, which had led up when he ascended in triumph on high. Matthew records the resurrection, Paul their ascension, and John beholds them in heaven performing the sacred duties which they were raised up to accomplish. We'll read the next paragraph the next time. May God our Father continue to bless you, and his Son be gracious to you now and forevermore. Amen.